the challenge, you will cement yourself in the finale.
In the
Not that
finals.
we're going to be looking for
Just okay.
okay, but
mhm.
this is, I mean,
But
yeah, the
this
biggest
could
one so
definitely
far.
get you there.
And I feel like the best thing that we could possibly do heading into the round that we're about to do is play a little basketball. So
Oh boy.
Oh.
as soon as our last two competitors are in here, we will go ahead and get the competition going. Alright, there is little Miss Coffee Queen, and just waiting for TK. Okay, there she is. Alright, we can go and get started. Nestor, thank you so much again. The pleasure is all mine, honestly, having you here again. And to everybody who competed, everybody who has been watching, who was here from yesterday, who's donated, who's just been hanging out, I appreciate you being here. It's been such a good time. Events like these are the reason why I like to stream. I have a hard time, y'all know I have a hard time doing just like normal everyday gameplay, but I will show up and show out for a huge event like this. So if y'all like the content, maybe Season 3 will be coming sooner than we think. So that being said, let's go ahead. Oh, I forgot to put the music on. Oh well, whatever. Alright. Oh, it's going to be one round of Blast Ball, by the way, y'all.
Oh.
So we're going right into a final right away. Whoever wins this challenge will officially get the advantage heading into the Final Four. We'll see here if Miss Coffee Queen or Miss Boschbish can show out, and win their first mini challenge of the season.
It's true. Our two competitors left who have not won a mini challenge.
But then Miss Carrot's kind of going crazy here with the 3 wins in a row. Nicole has 1, Jack has 1, Punpo does not have any wins. So this could be a very good opportunity for Punpo to really give themselves a really good advantage, hopefully heading into that last round, considering especially that I think they had the highest rated costume, which goes to show again, they have the ability. Everybody in this Final Four has the ability to bring some sickening looks to the table. So
Oh, absolutely.
For sure. Miss Nabeline has been the bride's maid, if you will, but never the bride yet. Hasn't quite won a challenge, but has had a lot of top placements and solid performances, and that's what carries her onto the Final Four here. But really will have to step up. We'll see.
Absolutely. And these tiles are running out. No one has gone off yet. This is going to be a very, very interesting final as the blocks start to fall away. Ooh, I see Punfo doing the under the block strategy there, which is a strategy I learned from Rivals. Oh, we lose Coffee Queen.
Down.
All right. Let's see. For our final 3, who will move on? Ooh.
Looks like they're playing a little bit more passive, but somebody's gonna have to go for it eventually.
Right.
I did see some hands thrown as I was saying that.
Yeah, I see Nabeline and Miss Teke over there kind of going at each other.
Nabeline not afraid to throw hands or hooves.
Oop. Okay, we're getting to the point where the middle sections are starting to fall out. We're gonna be running out of space here very soon. Oh!
And Boss Fish goes
Oh
down.
no! Alright, it's down to this. Teke and Ms. Nabeline.
and Nabeline.
Will Nabeline get her 3rd mini challenge of the competition right here? Will it be Teke getting a 2nd in a row? And welcome, Dawn. I'm sorry that you're feeling sick. I hope you feel so much better. Luckily for you, though, the VODs are actually up this time, so you're fine. You can just watch the VODs. They won't be coming down anytime soon. Okay. All right.
Well,
there's
down
literally
to a jump off, only like 4 more platforms to fall.
Right. I'm like, there's nowhere to go anymore. This is getting as close as it possibly can, honestly. Punpo keeps going for the.
Doesn't get any closer than this.
Oh.
Yeah, the under strategy that got me.
This is a rough. Oh.
Good
Almost the Mufasa. Okay, this could come down to a jump off, honestly.
They each have a ball.
This could come down to the jump off. Oh no! Let's go. Miss Nabeline takes it home. GG's.
That's 5 points.
Honestly,
on the board.
Probably very huge. Like I said, very huge when it comes to securing that victory. Because when it comes down to in the end, I think what we are looking for our next Dragon Being Superstar is someone taking home a win. And Nabeline needs to nail a win right here and right now. But with 5 points, great start. Now, I would like to just go ahead and describe our next competition here. Our final 4 round is actually one of my favorite rounds from the actual RuPaul's Drag Race. And it's very fitting considering that we played some last ball that we're going to do our own ball. Now, in honor of the event that's coming in next week, we have titled it the Super Ball. So we'll be doing 3 different looks. 2 of the looks that they've already prepared, 1 look that I will be giving to them right now. The first look is going to be a balls to the wall realness extravaganza. A look that shows us balls, round objects, spheres, anything like that they would like to show us. Our second look is actually a fun one that I don't think a lot of people I'm very interested to see what it will be, because the Super Ball is also related to Super Nintendo. Why? Because we are asking for them to make a Nintendo-inspired creation in Fall Guys. It has to be a complete Nintendo property, not anything like a side game that they might have had in the game. Like, I want to see you make either Princess Peach, DK, someone like that in this game. Now, reason why we have a little bit of a Nintendo-related is because our final chapter here, final outfit here that a lot of y'all are just now learning right now, will be a family resemblance look. And this is going to be in honor of our dear friend and co-judge here, Peroxide, and his Tiger Stripe Snipes. So you will need to do your best to create your own Tiger Stripe Snipe look. Just so you kind of aware what we're looking at here, I believe it's the Shere Khan skin that we typically use for Tiger Stripe Knights. So up to you how you want to decide to put your look together, but we'll give you 15 minutes. Since y'all like to do things on a whim here. You got 15 minutes to put together a costume that would fly with Peroxide on Tiger Stripe Knights. But at the same time, too, we want to see you infuse your own style into it and make it your own costume. Remember, this is as if you were a member of Peroxide's drag family. So, that's our 3 categories. Again, balls to the wall, Super Nintendo realness, and Tiger Stripes family resemblance. We'll give you 15 minutes, so we'll probably be back in the lobby at about 3:20 for y'all to make your looks here. As the winner of the mini challenge, again, our winner, Miss Nabeline, will be able to decide the order, because unfortunately we only have 3 spots in the party, and I can only get 3 of you in at a time. So we're going to pull you into groups of 2. The first 2 will join us, we'll critique them, and then we'll get the next 2 in to do it, and that'll be the order that we do for the situation here. So, again, we'll give you all 15 minutes or so to put together your final looks for this final ball challenge, and we will see. Remember, since we were ranking 3 different looks, those are huge potentials for some scores here, and some huge potentials to really shake things up. This final 4 has been super strong up to this point. We have 3 challenge winners, and we're going to see which 3 of you have what it takes to get to our season finale and become an official finalist of RuNegade's Drag Race. Big stakes, big stakes. Leading up to this, y'all, do you have any thoughts heading into these final rounds here about these situations here? Any suggestions about costumes? What, like, for example, Whiskers is someone who has participated in the ball. What do you think your strategy would be going into this?
My strategy going into the ball, or just really any look-based challenge, is you have to kind of try and predict what you think your other competitors are going to do and outshine them by doing something different, doing something out of the box. This ball, I think, is really where those more creative looks are going to show. If we see 2 looks for the same category that look about the same, those, at least as far as I'm concerned, will automatically go towards the bottom of my ranking. So we really want to see individuality. At this point, we've gotten to know all of our competitors pretty well, and we know they all have shining, glimmering, wonderful personalities, and we want to see them through these looks here the best they can give it to us.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Peroxide, as someone who has judged a ball before, what are you looking for when it comes to the looks that we're seeing today? Especially
I'm
considering
very
this is your
excited.
ball, by the way.
Apparently, this is my ball. I was not expecting that. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that would fly in Tiger Snipe, so I'm excited to see what people come up with, because for the most part, I was just like, yeah, something in the ballpark and you're having fun with. That's not really all I care about. So I want to see some creativity. I want to see some outside the box stuff. I don't want to see the sheer con top on everybody. I want to see some variety. I want to see some fun stuff. And then the Nintendo category is going to be super fun. I have done a lot of Nintendo gaming growing up and even still present day. So I have a lot of, a good, I would say, like, repertoire of what Nintendo characters exist and look like and stuff like that. And I'm hoping that people using Fall Guys stuff will be able to get pretty creative. And then the ball, the spherical ball. There's not much you could do with that. I think, at least not in my brain. So hopefully some creativity will shine through here. But I'm looking for fun, outside the box, and fun looks. That's really what I want to see.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think, honestly, all of our competitors have what it takes to do that. Hang on, I'm getting some DMs here really quick. Let me just make sure. Oh, you're fine. You're fine, Whiskers. Yeah, as far as judging goes, Nicole, I'm not really freaking out too much about the extra few minutes or so when it comes to the lobby, so I'm not really going to be too harsh on people posting what they need to do for their looks here. If you need an extra 2 minutes while someone's judging, that just comes down to the order, which Poe does get to decide to some degree, so we do have to take that slight advantage into account, that he is allowed to make the decision. So if an extra 2 minutes changes the the judging that hard, I don't think it will. But yeah, that's just how things roll out with the mini challenge win there. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about our final four. I'm very, very interested to talk about. Actually, just kidding. Wait. Just kidding. Let's not talk about our final four. Are any of our Crown Geniality contestants in the lobby right now? Painless, Yibby, Miss Mac, Daddy, in order, Jimmy, or Nestor? Are any of y'all here? If we don't have enough of you, I have a different way that we're going to go about doing Crown Geniality. But if none of y'all are here, then we could go ahead and we'll save that for the finale here. Which doesn't seem like anybody's here other than Nesta, which is fine. Okay.
It might be just Nestor,
yeah.
just PKP.
Okay. Well, we could do I have a different way to go ahead and do our Crown Geniality, so we'll save that for our next round, and then we could go ahead and talk about our final four. Why not? Let's do it. Starting with, actually, it's kind of funny. Our final four are all in a row here. Contestants 6, 7, 8, and 9. I kind of love that. Our first contestant on the board here, Miss Coffee Queen, has been killing it today. 2 challenge wins just today. Ended up winning the snatch game, so she is at 3 wins in a row right now. I don't know if we are aware of this, but she is pulling a Whiskers art from last season, but even sooner. It started snatch game.
Yeah.
But being that high on the top, you have a long way to go. You have set your bar so high that this round, I think Whiskers kind of struggled on a little bit in the ball. If like personally, had there been 4 people in the ball, Whiskers might not have done as well, based on the fact that his looks weren't at the top of the list for every single round. So it goes to show that it just because you're killing it every single round, because there are 3 different categories, you have to do well in every single one of them in order to do well. Especially knowing that you do not have the mini challenge win. That's 5 points you have to make up on at some point. You have to stay ahead of 2 different people here. But Miss Coffee Queen has shown that she is easily, I think, the most out of the box contestant that we had, out of the coffee box, someone said. So I'm very interested to see what sort of looks she bring into the table here, and if she can continue that same consistency that we've seen from her pretty much since the start of this competition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's been very consistent. Oh, do you want to? You can go.
No, you take it.
Oh, okay. I think Carrot, and I've said this before, Carrot in looks department has been one of my favorites throughout the season. I think she's brought some very unique looks. But like as I got back, Renegade was mentioning in my ball challenge, I would like to think I had good looks, but no, one of them like fell flat, and it was really like 2 other solid looks and 1 fell flat. So it's just you need to have 3 distinct looks that all are just giving 100%. You can't have one that lets you down, because in a competition, especially that has been this close, I think this season has been way closer even than last season. It's anything has proven to be a difference. We saw in that last challenge, like everybody was good. So even just being good isn't going to be enough. Every look has to be complete, well thought out, and serving us what we need every single time.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like, being good isn't good enough anymore. Like, it has to be phenomenal, because like Whisker said in the last challenge, every look, every ad was good, but it wasn't enough, and because somebody has to get eliminated. So from this point forward, like all 3, especially in this challenge, all 3 of your looks have to be incredibly on point, creative, put together, well thought out, like something that's gonna absolutely wow us if you want a chance at making it to the finals. And I think that's scary. Specifically on the topic of Coffee Queen, though, she has been on an absolute roll the past couple episodes, and even came out of the gate swinging, had a very high score for the first couple episodes, and it's been domination ever since. So we'll see if that continues, or maybe if this challenge is too much. But I hope we can continue to see some amazing stuff.
Is Mama Renegade there?
I was gonna say, what happened?
Oh, just kidding. I'm muted. I'm so muted.
Because we can't see your face now. So
Yeah, fail. I was so muted. I was doing so well with my speech too, and I have to remember what I was thinking here. I don't remember what I was saying here. Oh no. We have to look to the fact as well too that Carrot is one of 2 competitors that has not been in the bottom 2 at all this whole entire competition. Being able to jinx pontoon your way to the finals is a great way to basically set yourself up for a possible win. So
it's a nice way of life.
I do see this round. I mean, obviously this is the do or die round for a lot of us here. If Carrot is able to get through this to get to the finals, I'm struggling to see a reality, especially with these last 3 episodes, where she doesn't win. I'd have to say, I think at this point Carrot could be the front runner. So that's not to say that either the other 3 can't take it, but this round, like I said, is going to be a huge deciding factor, I think, for the rest of the competition. This round could potentially decide who ultimately wins. So definitely best of luck to Miss Coffee Queen. At the same time too, Miss Bossbish has not been a slacker here at all whatsoever. Although she's been in the bottom once, she has won she did win a challenge. She did win our first episode of the day, so she is on the board. And she has been super consistent throughout every single round here. Other than that one time that she was in the bottom episode 3, I don't think there was another round here where she was even close to possibly being eliminated. And I think what it's going to come down again for Nicole, I think Whiskers kind of said it earlier with some of the other looks, is that she has great ideas for her costumes, but I think sometimes those ideas take over versus the creativity or the cohesiveness of the costume. So I think if Nicole could just nail down these looks, she could do really well here, or this could be a situation where I could honestly, maybe especially the fact that she doesn't have the mini challenge win, I could possibly see Nicole possibly being in trouble here. I don't want to see that, but I could see a reality where that might possibly be happening here, just based on kind of track records and what we've seen forward. But I also see Nicole as someone who has taken a lot of the critiques to heart, and she's listening, she's applying them. So I want to say, at least in my head, this is a little bit of a wild card with Nicole. this is going to be again a huge round for her, and I think if she could do well, she's right up there. She's up there with our top competitors for the day, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, with Miss Bossfish, she knows that her looks have not been my favorite. We've had some banter back and forth with those, but she's really been one of the top competitors as far as the performance aspect for me. Really committed on everything, really funny with a lot of just the intricate details that she adds. Yeah, the looks have been really based on the product or like whatever she's selling or the branding, but they haven't been super cohesive. And that was a critique we gave her. I think she really needs a strong episode here, but if she does, I think Miss Bossfish is in a great space, maybe really to take over this competition if she has a winning performance in this episode, because she will have proved to us that she can pull some looks as well if she were to win this challenge. But I really think to have a chance, she has to win it or be very close to the top. So once again, we shall see.
Kraken, thank you for the $15 donation. You are amazing. Thank you so much.
Claps.
Yes,
hearts in
get
the chat.
claps and hearts in chat for that donation, y'all. We are moving so much closer to that possible $1,000 goal, which I would love to hit. But if not, it's all good. It's all good. We are still raising so much money for the Trevor Project today, and that's all I can ask for. Sorry to cut you off there, Proxide. Feel free to take your turn now.
Charity more important. Bossfish has been absolutely tearing it up in presentation, in the energy aspect. The looks have been hit or miss. I think when it comes to Bossfish's looks, you either love it or you don't. And in the first episode, absolutely loved it. It was my favorite look. It got in the line, and I was like, this is the one for me, and this can be tough to beat. And then the competition came, and we keep seeing more and more amazing looks, and I was wrong, apparently. Everyone is here to bring it, and I'm really hoping we see some amazing stuff here that isn't hit or miss and is just hit across the board for all three judges, because I'd love to see them do well. We know what they're capable of, and I think they definitely have potential to make it to the finals for sure.
Absolutely. And can I also just say again, I said it earlier at this draft, 2 female competitors in the top 4, y'all. We will officially have our first female finalist for sure, regardless what the hell happens after this. So freaking excited! You ladies have brought it and dominated this competition today. So amazing job to both of you. And we'll go ahead and move on to our third of our final 4, Miss Nabeline. Again, I think the dark horse is the best word that we could use to describe Nabeline, because Nabeline has literally, other than the first 2 episodes, I think, has been very consistently towards the top of the pack. While they have not been able to secure the win at this point, having that many top performances still shows a lot of consistency. But this episode will be a very, very, very important episode for Nabeline here. She needs to take home a win. She needs to secure it. Even if it's at the last minute, you need to come home with a win here. If you don't, I might struggle getting into that finale and having a very hard time supporting someone who hasn't had a win up to that point. But at the same time, the consistency is there. He has the extra points going in from the mini challenge, which should definitely help him out here. Hopefully, the last round he had easily the best costume. I think we all agreed on that there. So it's not to say that Nabeline can't bring it. He just needs to be on that A game and really show us right now here that they are here to win it.
Yeah, I think to have a chance in this finale, if Miss Nabeline is to make it there, she's got to win this episode. Has the mini challenge win, which will help her out, but even if she slips into the finale with like a meh performance here, it's just fact of the matter not going to be enough to win the whole competition. So she really needs a strong performance here. I think I'm going to be saying that about pretty much all of our contestants, maybe with the exception of Coffee Queen. I think she could just maybe get a second or third, make it through to the final, and still have a good shot. But I think all of our other 3 competitors really will be fighting for the win here and really need the win here to have a shot at the crown. So this should be an interesting one. I think they all have it in them. It's just whoever came to play a little bit more with this this ball challenge.
Yeah, the dark horse is definitely the right term when it comes to Miss Nabeline. Didn't really shine in the first episodes. But definitely in the last one, we know what they're capable of. The energy, the horse pun's always a good time. Always like has maybe one of the audience favorites. I would say is always making the audience laugh. And that look from the last episode was by far my favorite. Like I just thought it looked so clean, and I think we were all in agreement on that one. That was the top. I'm really looking forward. I'm hoping they can carry that momentum from the last episode and bring it to these 3 looks because we know they can put together a good look. Really want to see it shine this time.
Absolutely, absolutely. And as our last ally contestant still in, he's still repping. And I would love to see an ally make it to our final 3 here. So we'll see what happens here. Especially because we have our 4th and final competitor here, Miss Tay Gander. Also, I think someone who came into day 2 as definitely a front runner, someone that I was really expecting to kind of take it home. They haven't disappointed. Last round might have been a little bit of a slip up. They did end up in the bottom 2 there, but everything else up to that point has been such high quality. They won the photo shoot challenge episode 2. Other than that, and they've been pretty much in the top every other round there. So for me, again, TK has been extremely consistent. And I would say kind of much like Nicole, that I definitely see a situation here where they do have a path to victory that's already kind of laid out to them at this moment. We just need this round again. I don't think we can harp on it enough that this round probably will be a huge decider in who has the possibility to take the crown and who unfortunately may slide by the wayside. And I don't envy being any of the 4 of you at this point, but I also don't envy us as judges because y'all have made this so incredibly difficult on us. I also want to point out here that Jack is our last member of our LGBT community still in, so we would love to see a rep in the final 3 again, but what it comes down to at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what community you belong to. Whoever's the best drag being here will be the one to take it home, and we'll see who that is.
Definitely hasn't been easy to judge it. switching from a competitor's perspective to a judge's perspective this season, it's been probably equally as hard. Maybe I don't know if it's just the competitors that have been in this one, but every decision we have had to make has been, and I think I could speak for all 3 of us, excruciating to have to eliminate somebody when all of these performances have been so good consistently.
Yeah, it's getting very impossible to judge. Like literally, even 1 point, I'm like, is that right? I'm like, it's a 1 point difference. I'm like, I switch it around and I'm like, no, that can't be right. It's so impossible at this point in the competition. But I'm very excited to see what Miss Tay Gander brings in the final episode, because they have been doing some very fun stuff and they've even won some mini challenges. So we know they can bring it in all aspects. And I can't wait to see how this ball goes for them, and hopefully we get to see them make it to the finals.
Well, that being said, y'all, I think it's time to go and get this ball started.
Or said rolling. But
Shut up. I'm not Punpo, okay? I can't make up funny puns, okay? I'm gonna have to hire him to be my writer for next season. Anyway, let's get this ball rolling. Just kidding.
We'll just cut out the other part in the YouTube video.
Yes, please, editors. Feel free to I'm just going to move my mouth like this, and just feel free to just put a laugh track over it or something funny, okay? Okay, hilarious. Yay, funny joke. Okay, thank you. Alright, so as the winner of the last challenge, Miss Nabeline, you will be able to decide the order of how we enter the lobby. Again, we'll be doing it in 2x2. The first look that I need y'all to put on will be the Balls to the Wall Extravaganza. And I'm going to pull you all actually into VC. So that way y'all are just here and ready to speak whenever we need you here.
Do you want to get Piraux Matthews into the lobby since it is costumes based on him?
Yeah, I guess we could do that here.
And I'll watch on the stream.
This might change my order. My order is this on the assumption that we were starting with the tiger stripe.
Well, I mean, the order is going to stay the same throughout the whole thing here. So whoever the first two people that you want us to pull in will be the first to present, and then the last two people will be the last two to present for every category.
Oh, okay. Well, let's keep it the same.
Okay.
But I gotta get into my evening wear.
Getting your look there. Okay.
Excuse me while I slip into something more comfortable here.
As long as you're not doing it on stream, so that way they don't get VTOS.
No TOS. And they also log the names of all of the things for the tiger stripe look, because if I don't, I'm gonna forget, and that would be unfortunate because it's a fine fit.
Oh lords, that would be terrible. Make sure you favorite
You'll
those.
see.
Use that fine favoriting mechanic that they finally decided to give us in Fall Guys.
Let us say outfits though.
Yeah, if whole outfits, no,
Please.
it's impossible. That's how this.
Imagine that though. Imagine being able to preload,
No game does
load
that,
it in.
right?
Yeah, no
Fortnite
one
can
does
do it, why
that.
can't we?
No, I know.
Even Dead by Daylight can do that.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they let you preload 3 different costumes. You have 3 different loadouts. I was just like, come on
Oh
now.
my God.
Come on now.
Embarrassing,
Come
Fall
on now,
Guys.
Fall Guys. Even Stumble Guys can do that.
Oh my God.
By Fall Guys, you guys are crazy.
Imagine. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
I forgot if I was listening. Who are the first 2 people I'm pulling in here?
Sure. The order, it's me, Carrot, Jack, Nerd Cole.
Okay, perfect. Let's go
So
ahead
me
and
and
get you in here. Oh, where am I going? Bam. You, Carrot, Jack, Nerd Cole is your presentation order. Okay,
Yup.
perfect. Alrighty. So remember, our first costume here is Balls to the Walls Extravaganza. Yeah, get that look on there. Okay. Starting in order here, Miss Nabeline, go ahead and take it away. Tell us about your look here.
My head is a ball. I've got a ball on my head. I've got a ball for hands. I've got a ball on my legs. Not just one ball. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't see the other 2 because I've got 2 back balls. Sort
Ooh,
of like
back
if
balls.
you equip pantaloons, you've got bipples or back nipples. I am going with a similar strategy here to maximize my cubic ball volume. And so I've gone with a classic Bomberman Christmas look. I'm here just exploding your expectation of the holidays with my beautiful blue and white snowy wintertime vibe, and I'm just absolutely decked with balls of holly. La, la, la. I don't know how the song goes, but
Yeah, exploding with me is pretty common, honestly, on a Saturday night, so I agree with that, Nicole. I do it with
Yeah.
Boo all the time. Well, Miss Carrot, go ahead and tell us about your look as well, too.
You're muted, Carrot.
I'm just sitting here just like waiting to talk.
Oh, right, I was muted. Awkward. But so I went with like a bowling theme. So in terms of like the sports kind of balls, right? I kind of went with like bowling for the lower half. My top half kind of shows like that rivalry and jealousy in sport as well. So rather than my bean trying to shape itself like an actual ball, I kind of went with 2 kind of spherical kind of skins. Of course, the top also has an eyeball, which is a different kind of ball. My pattern is like the asteroids because like the rocks themselves are quite round and planet shaped. So, and like a lot of holes as well, which are kind of round. So my whole theme was kind of focusing on what skins can I make to make my bean look more round, rather than just focusing on what skins have balls attached to them. So more again like thinking outside the box, kind of thought into this one.
I feel you here. I feel you. Oh, Miss Proxide, it's your ball. You go ahead and start us off.
Alrighty. Miss Nabeline. I am not a fan of the reused bottom half skirt. We've seen this competition before. I will say, however, you made it look very good. I really like the idea of using the Bomberman top. I did not expect that at all. I think that's very unique. I was worried about these bigger costumes that limits the creativity, but I think you did something good here. I think the color palette that you went with is very nice. the face was a good choice with the like kind of metallic blue on the ornament on the Christmas tree and with the shirt. It does limit the capabilities a little bit, and I do not like the reused piece, but I think you did a good job with what you have. Do you want me to do both of them?
Yeah, go and do both.
Strike 'em?
Yeah, go and do both.
Carrot, I really like what you went for here with the different pieces. You went for something very like you said, outside of the box. I'm not sure that the Cacodemon really works though. It ties in with the red shoe on the bowling, I will say, but I think maybe like a red and blue pat or colorway might have been better. I'm not too sure. This was a very difficult costume piece to incorporate, and I think you did a good job, but like I said, it is very tough. I love the asteroid pattern. I noticed that right away. I was like, that's a really cool pattern to use here. And like you mentioned with the eyeball and the bowling ball and like more of like the round shaped things rather than just how many balls can I fit. I think it was a good take on the challenge. I like it.
I just realized the music was not up at all, so that makes sense. Alrighty, Wizards, you can go next.
Okay. I don't know if I'm sold on either of these looks, but I'll start with Miss Maybelline. It is obviously what we've stated throughout this whole competition. We do not want to see reused costume pieces, and you're in the final four now, reusing a costume piece. I think it's one of the greater ones in the game. It looks good, but it is not what we were asking for. The Bomberman, also not one of my favorites. I get why you used it. It has the balls. Both of those pieces are covering up your entire rest of your body though, so we can't see a pattern that you can incorporate. The faceplate, I think, is probably one of the better ones that you could have chosen, or I don't even know. I maybe would have even gone with a different faceplate, now that I'm really looking at it. But, it's not a bad look, but like I am going to be very critical in this ball challenge because this is our final four and we have to determine who will be advancing into the finale. And we'll see what you could do with the other two looks, but this one's a little underwhelming for me. And for Miss Coffee Queen, not a huge fan of this one either. I've liked your out of the box looks throughout this competition. I do actually like the Cacodemon. I think it's silly, kind of disgusting, but in a fun way. And for you, I think your explanation kind of helped you out a little bit with your theme of the rivalry. If you didn't bring that in, this would have been a really bad look, I think, just being blunt. So I like that. I like the Cacodemon in a really weird way, but it's not my favorite look. I think you got the color coordination down. Not a huge fan of the pattern on the skin. Not great, not terrible, but I did like the explanation. I thought it brought it together more.
Alright, well, first off, I'll start with you, Miss Maybelline. Let's go and talk about the skirt first off. Obviously, reuse patterns, we do not enjoy them here. The only reason I will give you a pass is because it was used in a challenge that you were not able to prepare for. Like, you didn't know that they were going to bring this in. It was a situation where they made it on the spot. So, being that this is a pre-made look that you made beforehand and the person used it in a round where, you know, it wasn't anything planned, I'm kind of going to give you just a slight pass just on that portion of it alone for you reusing it. That being said, I actually don't hate this look. I think it actually is very creative. Like I said, like Proc said, I wasn't expecting anybody to use the Bomberman, and actually I don't hate the top. Yes, I wish there was a little bit more visible of the costume so we could see a pattern or something underneath that. I think that is probably the biggest thing I could say in this, is that it does cover your body up a lot. But what I see of it, I don't necessarily dislike, but I'm not like, woo, like this is amazing. It's a very good look, I think, with what you had to work with. And I'm struggling with ways to find it to make it better. So that being said, I think it's a serviceable look. Miss Coffee Queen, I gotta be honest, I'm not sure how I feel about this look. Something about the top and the bottom definitely don't feel like they have, like the top with the green and the yellow and the red, and then you have the blue bowling ball with the white. I just feel like there could have been like maybe a better way to cohesively bring the top and the bottom together, like maybe even changing up your faceplate. I think isn't there like a faceplate with like green and like red eyes, something like that could have made it like just some other pop of color there that could have incorporated that in there. I think would have been really good. But I do like the pattern that you used. I think that's a really outside the box way to do circles with the meteors, because you're right, they are very circular in that way. But as a whole, I'm struggling to 100% feel like it's like a very really cohesive 100% look here. But I don't think it's bad. I love the explanation that you had as well too, and I love the fact that you went with attempting to make your being literally into a circle versus just picking round objects and throwing them on you. So ultimately, I think there's ways I think I could have improved it. I just don't know at this point in time what I would have done, but creative, but very, I don't know if it's necessarily the best thing I want to look at. But still not bad though. Still not bad. A lot of this, I think, again, is going to come down to what we see the other people's bringing is here as well. But very, very good job, both of you two. Eager to see what you bring for the rest of the ball challenge.
Yes, good luck.
Thank you.
Yes. Let's go ahead and get our next two competitors in, Miss TK Gander and Miss Boss Bish, and see what they have to do for their Balls to the Walls extravaganza. As soon as everybody decides to leave.
Honestly,
Just
I was
kidding.
struggling earlier. It was like,
Yeah, why did I think
This
it's
guy.
and
You could also go ahead and change up our first two competitors if you want to change into your Nintendo looks. That's the look we'll be doing next. Let me go ahead and get Miss TK and Miss Boss Bishop and her. And we'll see what they have to bring to the table here. Okay. Okay. Miss TK, tell us about this look here.
Alright, so, as everyone knows, my whole theme is I'm a duck. Ducks, eggs. Eggs are round. I threw this egg down as an attack. You see the yolk coming out, you see the rest of the white of the egg dripping down. I wanted to show what really happens when an egg breaks. I wanted to go in there, go for it hard. You see the egg on top of my head, and I think that like this showed like the uncooked egg and the shell of the egg left.
Interesting take on it. And Miss Bossfish, tell us about this look.
Well, my look is inspired by Kaleido and Whiskers because this is giving me Kaleido vibes on top, and Whiskers, I know he has a affinity to this thumbprint pattern, but it was all very circular, so I definitely took this challenge more literally than everyone else, and I went for maximum ballage and circlage and roundness.
Let's go. Rockside, go ahead and start us off here.
I like the word circlage. To add that. I really, when I first saw both of these looks pop up, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be like, what the hell? I was like, did somebody not hear the challenge? But looking after after a second glance and some explanations, I like them. TK, I think that it's really cool that you added some personal flair into there. You know, you added your duck aspect. The color palette, the faceplate, down to the color, the pattern, the egg top is a very good idea with the egg crack, and you added the shell in there for that little bit of roundness. I would say it's not giving circlage to me, which is the assignment, but I think it is one of the more creative and well put together looks of the challenge so far. And Boss Fish, at first I was like, I don't see a single circle. I don't know what the hell's going on. This is a water clown. But you're right. You were going for maximum circlage. You got circles going all the way across the body. You got the tube, the circulage around there. The bow tie has circles. The armband has circles. And the afro, of course. And yeah, looking at it a little bit deeper, I think I like it more and more the more that I look at it. I don't know how I feel about the faceplate. I get that it was going for like the orangey color of the green eyes are kind of just throwing me off a little bit, but they kind of match with the armband. It's very much on par with the ball theme, and I like that a lot.
All right, Whiskers, how about you?
I think comparing now that we've seen all 4 of these outfits for this first category of the ball, I think I favor these 2 a bit more than the first 2 that we saw. Especially Miss TK Gander. So I think it's definitely like that initial shock of like, oh, is it exactly a ball? But then it's like eggs, the branding, it all kind of makes sense. It's where you could go with it while making it your own, while still fitting within the parameters of the category. While it may be on the outskirts of the category, I think that's a great spot to be in and to come at it with a different viewpoint in this kind of challenge. I think the colors are on point. I like that there's that little like purple circle that kind of differentiates from the orange. It's kind of like opposites attract, but other than that, like the monochromatic orange, I actually really enjoy that in this look, and it's egg like. I just really enjoy it. I think that might be my favorite that we've seen for this category. And as for Miss Bossbish, I appreciate the reference to the circular stripe pattern. I do kind of like that pattern. It might not be my favorite in this look. I guess it's circular kind of ball like, but it's maybe not the best pattern you could have chose potentially for this challenge. Not a fan of the faceplate. Overall, I don't hate the look though. Like I feel like I only have negatives to say about it, but when I look at it as a whole, I kind of still enjoy it. So I think it falls a little bit more middle of the pack, but this is only the first category. We still have 2 more. And I think you brought it decently well in this first time.
I will second every. Well, actually, my first actual opinion when I saw this in the situation here, Miss TK, was like eggs. Eggs aren't round, but then I'm like, you know what? I guess they can be. You know, honestly, the way you have it, the way you used everything here, with the egg shell giving me half the circle there, the egg on top of your head, obviously circular with the yolk, and the whole concept behind it, obviously too, I think is the most creative take that anybody took on it this round. I think personally, like you actually have a very much so a concept behind this look, like very much so kind of. Without lack of a better word of saying it, like I could see a concept like this happening actually on the real show. So taking that kind of approach to it, I really do appreciate, and I think that kind of set you apart from everybody on this round here. So while it's not 100% to the brief here, I think it's enough to the point where I'm still appreciative of what you did here. Now as far as Nicole, I definitely agreed was first when you jumped in the lobby, I was kind of like, what the hell? For the circles. Where are the circles? But then I'm like, wait a minute, you got a circular bracelet, you got the circles on the bow tie, you got a circular inner tube, you obviously have circles all over your face with the pattern. It works, and obviously we love a good weave. We love a good weave. So I'm here for that too. Something about, I guess, just everything together. Maybe I think they echoed it with like the faceplate. It's maybe not like the most nice thing to look at, like, but it's definitely not bad at all. I just definitely kind of wish we could change the faceplate, or I wish we had better faceplates for you to use to change up like the options for that. But very, very, very good look. I don't have too much other critiques other than I like the idea that you went with it. It's what we were asking for. It's circulars, it's balls, it's there. So I'm here for it. Very good job. Y'all are not making this easy at all.
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
Of course. I'm gonna go and get my scores put in for round 1 right now.
Well, don't forget, guys, we are avoiding using patterns that we've had in the past. So things that had circle patterns, we stray away from using those.
True.
That's very true.
Like I said, you did use all original parts, which definitely took that into advantage as well too. Like we definitely took that into account, I think.
We noticed those things.
Yep.
Do I
Right.
have enough time to go get some water quickly? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our next
Because
group
you'll
up
be second
here.
up in this
Yeah.
next one.
So we got next up here, Miss Coffee Queen and Miss Maybelline. Wherever Miss Maybelline went. Do I still hear Miss Maybelline? Where are you? What am I looking for here? Why am I lost and confused?
Agna Balagna.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't see one here no more.
She also seems to be deafened in the VC.
Pogna. Oh, wait. It unfriended me.
Wow. Imagine.
Imagine? Yeah, it's. I wonder if we're having a little connection issues here with Miss Pogna.
They are deafened also.
Yeah.
Okay.
That doesn't help.
So we'll go ahead and we'll move on to who would be next in the list here, which would be Jack.
We just told Liz okay if they
He's
go.
getting water.
No, that's true. Okay, then we'll go with Nicole.
Let's switch it up.
Yeah, hopefully when all this is happening here, we'll be able to get our next people. And so remember, this is Nintendo character realness. So we want to see your interpretation of a Nintendo character in Fall Guys. Carrot, go and take us away.
Okay, so basically, kind of like Mario Kart Toad going on here. I didn't have like the mushroom hat. I never bought that with the show box. I kind of wish I did. So I kind of went with how can I make Toad, but with without the mushroom. And I thought, well, Mario Kart, right? That's a huge Nintendo game. They wear like little helmets. It's kind of got Toad's bulbiness to the bottom. It's got his little open jacket theme with the pattern, which is kind of what I did there. I didn't have like a peachy and blue, so I kind of went with the white and blue to kind of match the lower. And obviously him being like a mushroom, right? So they're quite bulbous on the top, but I kind of went for Toad's got a little round body. So I figured why not do that and use like a helmet on the top because it's still red for his mushroom, but it's also still Mario Kart themed. Which is kind of why I went for Toad. He's a lovable little Nintendo character.
Let's go and compare it here. Do we see Toad here, y'all?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I see Toad. I see Toad for sure. We'll just do our critiques right now for this one here, since I have the photo pulled up. Go ahead and start us off, Rockside.
Yeah, I saw this look, and at first I'm like, okay, what am I looking at here? I'm like, is it Olaf? Is it? And then it clicked. I was like, oh, it's Toad. And it was, I was like, and then I started admiring all the pieces. I was like, you went with like the bulbous bottom, like to try to add that kind of like bulbousy to him. The jacket was like an immediate, I saw that one right away. Obviously there's some colors you can't do things with. You can't give like, you know, the perfect like peachy blue, all of the perfect colors. And I really like that I don't know what mushroom top that you're talking about because I have not seen it, but the mushroom, what you did as an alternative with the red helmet, I think that was a great choice. The black holes kind of like represent the different colors on the mushrooms a little bit. But no, as soon as it I just looked at it for a couple minutes and I was like, oh yeah, this is Toad for sure. I like it a lot.
Thank you.
What was that word you used, Proxide? Bulbousy? Hello?
Consider that word stolen.
But I really enjoyed this. I didn't get it upon first glance, but like having that picture up next to it, it's just from head to toe or from mushroom to stub or whatever it is, I don't know. It is on point. Everything is giving Toad the bulbousness. The helmet I think really works. That's a really creative idea. I like this fit quite a bit. I think you redeemed yourself from the first round.
I totally agree. This is a fantastic way to use Fall Guys cosmetics in a way that it's very creative to create the character that we were trying to get here. Initially, I did kind of get Toad just based on the top part, the helmet. I kind of saw what you're going for there. I love the fact too that the bulby bottoms basically also have the same brown shoes that basically Toad's wearing as well too. So
yeah,
no negatives here with this. I feel like you completed the brief. You gave us a character, and it's very, as far as I'm concerned, it's clear who this character is. So I see Toad absolutely. So very, very, very well done, Miss Coffee Queen.
Thank you.
Of course. And Miss Bossbish, tell us about this look.
Would you guys like to guess what I am first?
I have a guess, but I don't know how close it is.
I'm in Smash Brothers.
Are you Samus?
I'm Samus.
Oh, okay, I
If
do
that's
see
a
it.
side
I
by
do
side,
see
that would
it.
probably
Okay.
help
Let's
my
do it.
explanation as well.
Yeah, let's
Also,
do
I
it.
was going to do Toad with my Toad headdress, and then I used it in the first round, so I couldn't use it this round. So I had to pivot mid
Go.
Quick change.
mid season.
Let's get Samus pulled up here.
Good plan. I like it.
So I'm wearing my Samus outfit. I definitely went with the green faceplate to match her green faceplate. I have the orange and the yellow with the metal pattern to, emulate my roboticness. The shoes are the Sonic shoes, but they're definitely like shoes that you're ready to wear in combat, I would say. And I've got my helmet skin.
Wow.
Yeah, first look, I was like, maybe Samus. I wasn't too sure. I was like, the spacesuit is like making me think. But then like I looked at it further and I'm like, oh, that's like an orangey like pattern. I was like, that's definitely like Samus' armor. I was like the faceplate because like with that like in the suit you don't actually like see her face. You just see like the green color. And that is even like showing in like the astronaut top as well, but because it like lifts above so you can see the Fall Guy's face, you said no, I want the green faceplate. I think you put this together like very well. The shoes, you probably did the best with what you had. There's no orange combat shoes, orange metal shoes. They're metal looking. The pattern is really smart actually. At first I was like a little bit concerned. I was like, that doesn't really look very Samus-y, but as far as her metallic armor, I think you're pretty bang on, and the color was a good choice as well. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I fully agree. I like this look before I knew it was Samus. I like it now that I know it's Samus. I think it checks all those boxes that it needs to. I like this comparison once again. I think that's a really good idea. That's smart to have the character up against it so we can really compare. I think every aspect of a thing you could use in Fall Guys you use to your advantage here. This is a look I would wear whether it's Samus or not. I think it's great. I think you did well.
Thank you.
I have to totally echo everything that they said here. I think you fulfilled the brief to a T. I'll be honest, I didn't know Samus. I don't necessarily... It didn't get it clicked off the head, but as soon as you put up the photo right next to it and you see it and you're like, oh my god, there's literally the exact same thing. Other than the fact that you don't have an arm cannon, but there's no way you're going to get an arm cannon in this game. So as far as I'm concerned, you did so good with this outfit. I love the pattern that you used behind it. I think the pattern is so good at creating the same armor that Samus has as well too, and the color looks really good too. I love the fact that it has like this, like the glowing orange and then like the green behind it as well too. It pops so well, and it looks good regardless, even if we're not comparing it again to Nintendo. It looks so good. You did such a good job, Nicole. Very, 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 very well done.
Thanks, guys.
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me go ahead and get my ratings for that one there too. Bam. And then is Punpo back? Miss Enabling, she, her. Okay, perfect. We're a little bit worried about there for a second there, but glad that you're doing okay there.
Thought we lost you.
She's out of the stables.
Alright, and then we got Miss TK in here as well too. Alright, so hang on, let me do my first thing here real quick. Alright. Okay. Ooh, okay. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, we'll start off with you, Pogna Bologna.
So you can't see the back, obviously, which is the principal downside of my outfit that I didn't think about before
Oh no.
the tournament. But I wanted to go with something Nintendo themed. I don't know if you'll be able to tell without seeing the back. It is the Apple of Eden, the shell back.
Okay.
That's
I think I know
helpful.
who it is.
What do you got, Whiskers?
Is it Koopa Troopa?
Yes.
Ooh, okay,
It is-
okay,
so
hang
it's
on.
Shell on the back. I wanted to go with the big eyes because they got the big eyes on the old top of the dome, and then there would be a little more green, but not really much. And I tried to imitate the ribbed tummy via the.
Konnichiwa?
Yibby!
Get green tea out of that too.
Yibby, thank you for the raid! Yes, justice for the fisting frannies. Or what did I call you yesterday? The fisting fisters. Yibby, thank you for the raid. Sorry that we're interrupting the participation here, but to all the raiders here, we are literally in the final 4 of RuNegade's Drag Race. We are in our Nintendo costume round here, and we will be seeing which of our final 4 will be making our final 3, and rest in peace, Yibby! Okay.
Yeah, Whiskers got it. It's Koopa. It is a Koopa Troopa.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good Koopa.
And okay, go ahead, Brockside. Give your critiques here.
At first, I was very confused. I was like, "Is this some sort of like fish, penguin, sort of thing?" But once you said like that this item is the shell on your back, I was like, "Oh yeah, that's Koopa for sure." I am a little less familiar with all of the Fall Guys like outfits, so I didn't know exactly. And of course, the brown straps kind of make it harder to tell. But you're right, with the rib tummy kind of thing, the green shoes, the eyes on the top of your head, the yellow all over. Like you said, there's a little bit more green, but not really, actually. Like, looking at it, it's pretty much just shoes and shells, so I think you did really good. It's not like you can, like, slap some nostrils on the top, but you kind of did with the faceplate, actually. So, it's a very, very solid Koopa, and I like that you went with a character who's very, like, lovable, and then, I mean, also, all of you so far going with characters that are all very, like, lovable and well-known. And I think that helps. It's a very good look. I like it.
This is so difficult.
Yeah, this round is really tough.
This round,
Absolutely.
all 4 of these looks, like there are some that I got before we knew, and there's some that like after the explanation it just makes it work that much better. This one, I guess I kind of got it before we knew, but it was once the shell explanation really came out. Which I feel like even though we can't see the back, we have to consider that because it is a part of the outfit. There's confines within being in the lobby in Fall Guys. I think this is a great look. I love the just the bright yellow. It all works. It's very Koopa Troopa, like Proxette said, lovable character. I think you did a very nice job here. I don't know where I'm gonna rank it though because everybody did a very nice job. We didn't even see our next competitor yet, and I know what they are, and they did a good job too. So it's tough out here.
Yeah, y'all are bringing it. Y'all are bringing it this round. Honestly, I thought this was going to be one of the harder rounds. That I didn't think anybody was going to be able to create anything like super cohesive. Y'all have come and shown me and proved me wrong. So amazing job to everybody so far at this point. As far as your particular costume here with Koopa, definitely love the idea. I love the yellow. That yellow really is really satisfying. It's a really satisfying color. I like the fact that the I don't know what that bottom is. It kind of looks kind of like the pineapple bottoms maybe, but I don't think it is. But I love the fact that
it is the pineapple.
oh, it is okay. Right on. So I love the fact that you put the pineapple bottoms on because that definitely gives you the ribs of the chest. I wish we could see the back of it, but again, that's nothing that you can handle. That's on Fall Guys. And if we were in the lobby actually looking at it, we would obviously be taking that into consideration too, which we are. I also like the fact too that you didn't use the actual faceplate as the actual face. I think that's really creative and a really nice touch to this that I don't know that I think brings up the entire look of it. So y'all are making this so hard.
Very, very hard.
Very good job though. Very, very, very amazing submission here. And then finally, Miss Tay-K Gander. Tell us about what's going on her.
Is
We
it
need to see
Diddy Kong?
more.
It is indeed Diddy Kong.
Diddy
Yeah.
Kong.
Knew it immediately.
For those of you who may have owned a Nintendo 64 like myself, you'll know that Diddy Kong had a game that rivaled and potentially surpassed Mario Kart at one point, called Diddy Kong Racing. And it is a shame that we don't have that game because I do think that both could exist interchangeably, as they did have some different mechanics, especially because we got the hovering and we got the airplane mechanic in there. And so when I was putting this look together, you know, I had first gone a completely different route, but I thought about like what kind of a character like doesn't need an introduction, but is still a representation of something Nintendo that's not so like Mario level, you know? So I went with Diddy Kong because I was like, okay, this man had a literal game that I used to play for hours on end at a time. There was a story mode to it, like I was hooked. And yeah, I just kind of like, you know, I wanted to go for it. I was like, if I'm gonna do it, I want to do it well, and I want to make it look like you all knew who it was before I even came in here. You knew it. And I just want to say there is a tail on the back, by the way. Like,
Oh,
the
for
tail
sure.
is there. I know you can't see it, but the tail is there.
We'll take your word for it.
What I'm learning from this is that Fall Guys needs to let us spin in lobby. That's my
Yeah.
that's my takeaway. We need to be able to spin around and see each other
Seriously.
from the back. Yeah, like I said, I mean I knew this was Diddy Kong right away. I really like how you got the hat on there and the shirt, where it was like you found the perfect costume piece for that. And the colorway you chose, you went with the hoodie to get like the hands and the face around, and you chose a more like color rather than just going like all brown. You're like, oh, he's a monkey. You went with like something that resembled his face for the faceplate more, and of course the hairy little Bigfoot feet on the bottom, and of course something with a tail. You did a great job. I'm a big fan. I knew what this was right away. Well done.
Yeah, this is so good. We all knew it immediately, and that's, I guess, the goal of this challenge. So you succeeded in that. All the pieces are there. It's giving Diddy Kong. It's looking exactly like the character, as close as you could get it in Fall Guys. I don't really have anything negative to say. I don't really like the glitchiness of the middle part, but that's not on you. That's on Fall Guys.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Yeah,
but
about that.
The look, very cohesive. I see it, and I like it. Nicely done.
And
Thank you.
I will third that. This is the only one that popped into the lobby that I knew straight away what it was. And I think one part I think I really like about your costume here is the hoodie pattern, allowing you to have the hands be white, just like kind of like they are in Diddy Kong's actual. You know, like he's not just brown all the way over. He literally has hands that are a different color, and that shows like the level of detail that you put into this particular look here. And I really just I have no negatives. This is a serve as far as I'm concerned. And you're right, DK Country or DK Racing is by far a slap. We need that game back immediately. But fantastic job. All of you did so well this round. Sheesh. Do we have to rank? We have to rank again, huh?
This is
have to,
the
yeah.
hardest ranking I've ever had.
Hello, they're all so close. They're all very good. I could see each of these 4 looks winning the challenge. So
The fact that I
At
have
least
to
this
rank
section.
them really sucks.
all of them are good. Claps for all.
Yeah, very much so. Claps across the board, y'all. You did
We're gonna make a poll in chat too,
fantastic.
and let chat have a say. Or
Yeah.
not have a say, but
Please,
I just wanna
please.
see.
I want to see. I want to see what chat thinks too. What do we think about these Nintendo looks, y'all? Because I think everybody served it here. Y'all all served.
Yeah, these were
Insane.
all amazing looks.
Do we have to pick one? We can't just give
We
them all 4
really do.
points.
I've picked one.
Okay, I think I know my order. But I would love to see what chat thinks as well too.
I'm curious.
Let me get my order in here. Wait. No, that's right. That's right. We'll do it that way. Okay. That was rough. That sucked.
That
Yeah.
so hard.
That really sucked. Okay, well we have one final look ahead of us, y'all. It comes down to this. Our Tiger Stripes family resemblance looks. Whenever you have them ready, the order again was Miss Nableen and Miss Coffee Queen. So I'll go ahead and get y'all into the lobby first here. y'all. This is the 3 rounds, so we need three different looks. Y'all are killing it here. I'm very eager to see how this is all going to end up here. Okay, girl. Ooh, okay. Let's go ahead and start again with Miss Nabeline, the winner of our challenge. Tell us about this look.
Yeah, so I wanted to go with something non-conventional, untraditional. I wanted to start with the tiger paws to really set off the theme. And I have tiger stripes, obviously, but that's not as widely available and it doesn't go with my top as well. I wanted to represent also peroxide with the beanie, maybe not with the, you know, the Frank Zappa look or the chest hair. I don't know. Peroxide hasn't bared what they got there, but I wanted to go with something that made me think a little bit more of peroxide and also tiger and stripe. So all of those ideas separately came in to this David Hasselhoff-like creation here.
And Miss Carrot, go on and tell us about this look, Coffee Queen.
Okay, so I'm a tiger and I ain't lion. I went a little bit more out of the box here, in terms of thinking like, oh, what am I gonna do? I don't want to do like the Shere Khan thing. I don't want to, you know, do something that someone else will do. So I don't have tiger stripes, but I thought, well, this is the next thing that's closest to it that I do have. The little black and orange pattern, as tigers are. And then the kind of like the cat feet and the cat ears, because a tiger is part of the cat family. And I liked this, the color of this kind of black and orange, because like peroxide, it's great!
Let's go, y'all. Peroxide, go ahead and start us off here.
Punpo, I originally, when I saw your look, I was like, I would not let this shit fly in Tiger Snipes. But I actually am coming around, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know those little tiger feet existed, they're really cute. I'm gonna be honest, I'm mad I don't have them. And I like that you went for more of like you went for a peroxide look per se, rather than just a tiger. You still kept the stripes in there. I'm a big fan of the faceplates with the blue eyes, and at the end of the day, you had fun with it, and I'm a big fan of that. I kind of like it. Now also you have the entire chat wondering about my chest hair, so I guess that's a plus as well, or a negative, depending on how you look at it. And it does have my facial hair, Platy's right. I like it. I am coming around. I actually like it. And as far as Carrot's look, you said you went a little bit more outside the box, but I like it because it's something I would be like, I love your stripes. Like, this looks very like Tiger Snipes to me. Like, this is the zebra stripes pattern that I've always worn. It's a black and orange color, which of course would fly for a Tiger Knight. You've got cat aspects in there with ears and a tail, and you've got the orange and black faceplate. This is very much like classic Tiger Snipes. Would love to see this in the lobby. No explanation needed. So I don't think it's outside of the box, but it definitely it's hitting Tiger Snipes on the nose for sure. I like them both.
Thank you.
Okay, so for me, for Miss Nabeline's look, I think this is so fun. I love it. I think it's not what we would have expected to see coming to this category. It just throughout top to bottom, it's fun. I'm a sucker for some chest hair, but I just like the blue faceplate pop, the orange, the red. It's just fun. I like looking at it. I think it's funny. It has that comedic value, and I'm living for it. And for Carrot's look, I don't think it's super out of the box. I think it's kind of maybe if anything a little on the nose. I really like the color, I will say. I really like that bright orange. And I do like the blue that's on the feet, but I think maybe to make it a little bit more elevated, I would have gone with like a blue faceplate. Maybe give it that little bit more of a pop between that orange and blue that's kind of dominating the top of the skin. But it's on the nose for me, definitely tiger stripes. But comparing the two in the lobby, I think I do like Piraux Matthews a little bit better.
So when you both popped up into the lobby here first, obviously my first reaction here was, what the fuck are you wearing, Punpo? What is this business? This is a monstrosity, it's disgusting. But then I actually got to look at it a little bit more. and I'm realizing the category is take tiger stripes but make them your own. And this is 100% what I would expect you to wear on a tiger stripe if you were hosting it. Like, this has personality all over it. Like, this, the chest hair, the funny faceplate. I also like the fact that the faceplate matches with the hat, by the way, too. So it's not just entirely just orange and red. Like, you have that color that breaks everything up here. This is a fantastic fit. You took the brief, you made it your own, and that's what we were asking for you. I was not expecting anybody to do something like this, so to see something like this in the lobby is fantastic. On the same being here, Carrot, when you popped in the lobby, immediately my eye went to you because that color is so good. But the more I kind of look at it, I feel like it's had the opposite effect as PP's look. Like, I don't see like a stamp of your personal style in this look. Like, this is very much so tiger stripes, but I don't see like anything here that makes me feel like this is like, if I see this in the lobby, that I know that it's you playing tiger stripes. If I saw PP in the lobby wearing that costume, I would know that's him. I would not know that's you, and I think that's my only critique on it, because everything else looks really, really good. I love the color. I love the pattern with it. I love that you basically just took Proxide's pattern that he was wearing right now and just made it your own. And I do love the feet as well too. But as far as, like I said, I as an original concept, I think I agree with everybody. I don't think it's particularly original, but I still think it's a very, very nice look. Like, my eyes are drawn to it still. Like, I keep glancing at it, so I still think you did a fantastic job. I'll bet maybe a little bit on the nose than what we were expecting here, but that's not a bad thing at all.
Okay.
A lot of it's going to come down to what these other two looks that we see as well too.
Yep.
Very, very interested to see what our next two competitors will be bringing to the table, because this is our final look of our ball, y'all. And then we will officially be making a judgment call. We will have one winner of this episode, one person will be safe, and two will have to face off for their life in a desync to make the finale. Hopefully that will not be any of our competitors today, unfortunately, but it will be two of them. I don't know, sure. Hopefully none of them will be there, but definitely two. I wish the best for every single one at the end of the day, but somebody does have to be eliminated here. And I believe Jack was our third person, so Jack, go on and take this off. Miss Take Hey Gander.
Sorry, I was muted.
Fine.
Okay, so I was kind of deciding between like two different concepts. I decided to go with the Ratchet concept because that's his name, by the way. I'm not like saying, okay, just want to let you know that's Ratchet playing. I decided to go with this Ratchet outfit because it really it was a video game. You know, I used to play on PlayStation 2 a little bit back in the day. Like, I'd play this and Sly Cooper a lot. I've always been more of like a platformer person, not like a speedrunner or anything, but like I thought, you know, he's got the stripes on him already, and I really wanted to use the tiger feet, but I had to change at the last second for other reasons. But so I decided to go with the like plush box to try to give still the claws on the bottom of the feet to like show off, because he's kind of like I think he's like a cat kind of thing, and I think the tiger kind of esque in the cat family is enough. And I decided to go with like the watermelon stripe pattern because I was trying to find a pattern that hasn't been used yet as a stripe, and something that would resemble what his stripes do kind of look like as much as I could to really show off the pattern. Since I did choose a piece that was so encompassing on the top, I really wanted to make sure that I could fully show off like what I was doing on the bottom half of the outfit.
Gotcha. And Miss Bossbish, tell us about this look.
Well, my hot mess is got some tiger stripes. It's got a signature Nerd Cole leopard print skirt, and then my spin on an Asian version of the tiger. Even though tigers can also be Asian, as in the Indian. What was it called? The Jungle Book. I went with the dragon, Chinese tiger dragon, tiger. And the color is to match the ears.
You trying to convince me it's a tiger?
Tiger, dragon,
Dragon.
Dragon, tiger.
Tiger.
Dragon.
right?
Yeah, don't question my my Asianness. Just go with it.
That's not what I was
Okay.
questioning.
Imagine.
I was.
All right.
Okay. For Jack's look, I like it. It's very much something that would fly in Tiger Snipes, and in fact, it has many times. I've seen Ratchet in the Snipes many times. I've seen these stripes. Those feet are very cute. It's unfortunate for you that you had to switch last moment, but I think you made a good call. It's giving very safe for me. I understand that Ratchet is not exactly a tiger. I think it's unfortunate that I have seen it so many times in the Snipes, but it would definitely fly. It's a very solid look, but it's on the safer side. Now, much on the contrast, the very unsafe side. At first, when you popped in the lobby, Nerdful, I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, this is... But I came around. This is the same thing with kind of Punpo that I came around. I will say, my main critique is I'm not a fan of the color at all. I don't like it. I would be very confused if someone was wearing blue and yellow in Tiger Snipes. I would be like, what color tigers do you run into on the daily? The leopard skirt is very cute. There have been many times where people who don't have the zebra stripes or a different stripe pattern will wear the leopard print pattern from the, I think, season 4 or 5 battle pass. I don't know. There's been so many. One of those battle passes, and that was always fine with me. I was like, yeah, sibling of the tiger, good enough. And the lion dancing-esque costume is a really nice twist, actually. I think it's very original. Not something that I ever would have expected, but you're right, definitely flies. You convinced me. Dragon, tiger, tiger. I'm convinced. I'm not a big fan of the color at all, but everything else is very unique, original, and I would totally be on board with. I think you did a
glad
good
we
job.
don't have to cancel you for saying anything badly about me.
Just so we're all clear, I also didn't say anything about your Asianness.
Okay, well,
Oh no.
get ready to cancel because.
Oh no.
Nicole described, Boss Fish described this look as a hot mess, and hot mess it is. I am not, unfortunately, a fan of pretty much any part of this look. The dragon, I love me a dragon, but it's not the tiger, it landed on dragon for me. And yep, cancel me all you will, but I have to share my opinion on the look that is presented in front of me on the Final Four stage in the ball challenge, possibly the biggest challenge of this entire competition. And it's not serving. Your look in the last category was one of my favorites. This look, I do not like. Unfortunately, but I think you've done very well in the other categories. We'll see where it lands you. And on to Miss Take Gander. I think Peroxide said this is a safe look. I think it's a little bit above safe for me. I think it's a very clean look. It's very polished. I enjoy it. I would wear it. This works for Tiger Stripe Snipes for sure. Colors are all there. I like the Ratchet. I think it's a cute skin. I live for this one.
Thank you.
I'll start with you, Jack, first. I think I'm siding with Peroxide on this look. I do think it is a very safe look. And the only reason I think that is because I think you said it yourself too. The top doesn't really give you a lot of room to play, but it doesn't mean that this is a bad look at all. You made what you could customizable to yourself. You did that, so I think you did everything you could to make this a serviceable look. And I'm not mad at it. I actually think that faceplate is really cute, even though it's part of the costume there. So I feel like initially when you popped in here, I was like, is it really tiger? It kind of guess it could be kind of feline-ish. So I'm not mad at it. I think you did a pretty good job here. I won't lie though. I feel like I liked a few other people's interpretations of this particular category a little bit better. But I still think overall you did a fantastic job tonight in the ball. Nicole. I don't like this. I'm sorry. I don't like this at all. there's
It's
so
neither do
much
I, Renegade. I
going
did not want to
on.
Carrot's look.
Oh, did you? Oh no, did you and Carrot have the same look? Oh, you do, because I see the same. I see the pattern back there. Yep, I do see it. I like
Years.
the
Just couldn't do it.
personalization that you did to it, though. I do like the personalization that you did.
You had to switch up on the fly. I respect it.
I wish you would have either went with one of the two cosmetics and kind of built it around that, either the leopard bottom or the dragon top. I wish you would have gone one for those, because I feel like together I don't like them. I don't like them.
I will add a leopard skirt with the leopard pattern would have went hard.
Yeah, I feel like there's too many changes to this that I would make that I just don't. And the main change I would be is I would never wear any of those together at the same time. But
This looks like I hit the randomizer button.
literally, it really. I mean,
You need
Cody,
to bring up that line.
you said it, not me. I'm just kidding. But no, you're the rest. Again, I do agree. The rest of the looks that you brought here were very, very good. One bad category might change everything here. I don't know. I haven't looked at the scores just yet, but all four of you again are amazing, talented, beautiful. You all look like Linda Evangelista, other than Nicole right now in this look. But I am such a fan of everything that y'all brought to the table, and this easily again will be the hardest elimination we have to date. Because all of you have done so well up to this point, and the fact that we have to put any of you up vulnerable for elimination really sucks. But that being said, I think I'm ready to put in my category scores for this round.
I will say I'm a little
do a reveal.
What happened?
I said, is it too late to do a reveal?
Yeah, too late.
No, it was just a joke.
Too late. Should you?
I'm
I mean,
disappointed there were no coffee colors. I'm gonna be honest.
that might have been because we changed up that so initially, Proxide, I'll tell you this much, because I haven't had this challenge for season 2, but I wanted to change it up a little bit. We did have a coffee bean style challenge where you only use colors of coffee, but I decided to switch it up for the balls because I like the balls better. Hang on here. Okay.
Oh, like I'm disappointed none of them went for a coffee color.
Wow.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah, right.
Scores.
These scores are insane.
Yeah, this is tough.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, we said it. We did say it.
Okay. I will officially announce our first 2 finalists moving on to the final round of Renegade's Drag Race. Our top 3 will be eligible for the win. Let us reveal our first member heading into the final 3. With the highest score on this challenge by 1 point, the winner of our ball and a first member of our finalist team will be congratulations, Take a Gander. You are the winner of this challenge. You have
Congrats.
amazing job. Those first 2 looks, honestly, on point. Fantastic, amazing, beautiful, gorgeous. You did so well. Amazing.
Very well done.
Oh, unfortunately, that means okay. Oh, okay. No problem. Okay. Well, we also have one more player that we need to bring into the lobby here. Or sorry, one more person we need to keep safe, right? Jack is the first, but we have 2 more that will be moving on. Our second member of our final 3. Moving on is Miss Maybelline. Punk Po, you have done it again. Moving on to the final 3. Congratulations. Well deserved. Literally 1 point away. And let me also be real with you two, that mini challenge, girl.
That's what did it.
Literally, everything. So, well played. Unfortunately, that does mean our bottom 2 is Miss Coffee Queen and Miss Boss Bitch. I have also received notification that unfortunately one of our bottom two members will not be able to move on in the competition due to time restraints. They have chosen to bow out, fortunately at this point, meaning the other player will officially be moving on as our final finalist. So let me go ahead and reveal this right now. Our third and final finalist, or third and final member of our final three will officially be Miss Coffee Queen Little Carrot. Congratulations! Although you were in the bottom two, we'll say you won this desync. You are moving on to the final three. Well deserved. But that does mean, unfortunately, as a result, we are losing and having to say goodbye to the one and only Boss Bish. Can we get some claps in chat for Nicole, one of our strongest competitors from the start? Honestly, I'm totally shocked that you are not sitting in the final three, Nicole. I was straight up expecting you to be there. You literally could have been there. It could have been a desync. We never would have known. We'll never know. But Nicole, you did such an amazing job. Are you in the lobby right now? I need to know. Are you in VC? Yeah, you are.
I am here, yes.
Nicole, talk to us. Tell us something. Tell us how you're feeling right now.
I'm so happy to have made it this far in the competition. We have really great competitors here, and I'm so proud of myself and of everyone else that we've really stepped up and elevated our game yesterday and today. I feel like we all really worked really hard, and it's really shown. And I appreciate that the judges and you guys see that, how much effort we put into this.
Absolutely, absolutely. And judges, do you have anything to say to Miss Nicole?
I mean, I'm so proud of Nicole for doing this competition and diving in like everybody did. The effort definitely shows. I know I was a little harsh on her with the outfits, but it's all within the parameters of the competition. And
You'll hear about it tomorrow, Whiskers. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will. I'm already canceled, so it's fine. No, but I'm really proud of what you've done. I thank you for being a part of this competition. At the end of the day, we've raised a lot of money for charity. It's been a fun event, and so glad that you were one of the people that was able to participate.
From hosting Sniping with the Stars to making top 4 in Renegade's Drag Race, you are on the Fall Guys reality TV grind right now, and it's showing. You came in here and made some of the best presentations. As someone said in chat, the greatest rap in history. I was impressed through and through. You had my attention from the very first look. It was my favorite look in episode 1. I was really excited to see what you did through the whole competition, and you did not disappoint. Thank you for everything. You did a great job, and I look forward to seeing you in some season of All Stars someday.
Oh my god, Nicole, the $50 donation to the Trevor Project too. Nicole, you are such a sweetheart. Can I also say this as well too? Nicole was planning on donating her whole entire cash prize to charity had she won. She was gonna pull a Gabler, and I was just like, holy crap, you are amazing. The fact that you were willing to do this much effort and then not even keep the prize to give it to charity, Nicole, you are an amazing individual. I cannot thank you more than enough than being here today. And all the effort again that you put in here, we definitely noticed it. And I think as seeing what's going on in the chat here, there's a lot of love for what you did today. So thank you so much for going above and beyond the ways that you did. I'm sorry that things went a little bit long today and you had to cut off today. I would love to see what would happen in that desync, but regardless, you are an amazing, fantastic individual, and I'm so happy to have met you these last few months. And thank you so much again for competing.
Thank you. It was so much fun. Have a great rest of the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, alrighty. Well, with that sadness, y'all, can we move to the positive part of this though? The fact that we have an amazing final 3.
Amazing final.
Like this
all around. Like, come on.
This final 3 is so freaking fantastic. I mean, regardless who would have been there, y'all would have been so good. But y'all have put up, like, y'all have literally blown my mind away with what you guys have done in this competition here. I was not expecting, honestly, the level of just. I don't even know. Like, I feel like you're setting the bar so high for future seasons. I don't even know if I would want to compete in another season because y'all are just making things all crazy today. Like, the things that people are going to have to jump through in season 3, I'm interested to judge. But, yeah, that leaves us with our final 3 competitors, y'all. Miss Coffee Queen, Miss Nableen, and Miss Tay Gander. One of them will be our next Drag Bean Superstar. We're going to go ahead and get into our... Actually, we're not going to even call this episode 8. We're going to call this season finale, y'all. Because this is going to be the end of it. Everything right here. It all comes down to this moment. We will call them in to panel for one final time to reveal their final finale extravaganza. Finale eleganza extravaganza. The best look they could possibly create for this event. We're going to invite them in there. We are going to judge their finale looks. And then, at that time, we will have an official winner. Let's go ahead and get... Actually, before we get our top 3 in here, Proxide and Whiskers. Thoughts on final 3 at this point?
I mean, I think it could have been so many of these competitors, because like we've been repeating over and over and again throughout this entire competition, it could have been anybody if it went any different way. I think based on the last challenge, some people have really stepped up. I think some people have maybe slipped a little bit that were ahead, but it's only gone and made it that much closer for this finale. I could see a path to victory for all 3 of these competitors. I think they've done amazing throughout the competition. I mean, just looking at the 3 of them, you have maybe 2 of our more front runners throughout the competition in Carrot and Jack. And you have Punpo, who has been the dark horse and hasn't gotten that challenge win, but it can't be dismissed that he has been in the top quite a lot and been very close to winning. It's been down to like 1 point at times. So with a strong, maybe final statement here, anything could happen. But I think these are 3 very strong competitors that represent a very strong season very well.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm with Whiskers. This was a very, very tough season. There was like, from the initial lineup, from the initial, like the beginning of the season, I was like, this could be anybody's. And as it got deeper and deeper, it just became more true. With the people that were left, I was like, this could really be anybody's. And going into today, I was like, I really didn't know what to expect. I was like, I don't know who we're gonna lose on the way to the finals. I don't know who we're gonna be looking at in the top 3. I had some guesses for sure, but this is crazy. I think, like you said, it's gonna be really tough to compete going forward. The bar has been set so high and raised and topped and raised and topped again throughout this whole season. We've seen some of the best looks we've ever seen in Fall Guys. I do not know what to expect for this finale, and I do not know who could win, because I think it could be any of them.
Absolutely. Honestly, and I think I'm going to take back a comment that I made last round, I think, saying that just because you haven't won a challenge, I'm not looking at you in this finale. I absolutely am taking that back. Looking back at the score sheet here, like Whisker said, Punpo has literally been a point away from victory in several rounds here. So just because he hasn't taken home the victory doesn't mean a strong finale couldn't change all of that here. And at the same time, too, Carrot and Jack have been getting the wins. But Carrot kind of had a slip up round too. Jack has had a slip up round today. So none of these final 3 are perfect for as great as they have done. So this finale is going to tip the scale one way or another, I truly believe here. So before we get into that though, we're going to take a quick break because we've been sitting here for like 4 hours and I have not peed. So we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, y'all. We'll come back at 4:40. That'll give our finalists some time to get into their finale eleganza extravaganza. And at the same time, too, I have something that I want to do for our eliminated contestants in just a few moments as well, too. So we'll come back at 4:40 Pacific, 7:40 Eastern, and we will officially conclude RuNegade's Drag Race Season 2. Hope y'all are hyped. I'm so ready to crown a winner. This has been such an amazing experience. But again, it's not over yet. We still have one final category until the win. So let's go on and take that break. Be back in 5, and I'll see y'all then.